Hello, first grade. This week in class, we have read the story Ida Always. And we talked a lot while we were listening to the read aloud about the emotions that the character was feeling. So, we're going to go over some character emotions some more. If you look here on the little poster that I have on the screen, it says character emotions. And then we see a bunch of different characters here on the page. And we'll talk about what we think emotion they are showing. But below it says characters experience emotions just like we do. We are not happy all the time. Likewise, we don't stay sad forever, and characters' feelings change throughout the book. So, I'm going to show you how the characters' feelings change throughout the book here with Ida and the character Gus. So, on this first picture here, I have some of our illustrations tagged with little post it notes. And on this first one, you can see the two polar bears. They're playing together and they are running around. How do you think they feel? I want you to really analyze the illustration here. How are they feeling? Sometimes we can tell by the picture alone, and sometimes we can tell by what the author is saying. So I'm going to read through this. It says, when Gus tossed the ball, Ida was there to catch it. And when Gus splashed water, Ida was there to splash him right back. They chased and raced until school bells rang. So, based off of that, it doesn't say that they're happy, but we know that they like to play together based on what the author wrote and what the illustrator drew. So the character's emotion here is that they feel happy and they're playful. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn to the next one that I have saved here. All right, on this page, I'm going to zoom in so you can really look at the illustration closely. We read that Ida did not come out of her cave, and you can see that in the picture here. And he waited, and Gus waited and waited and waited in each picture for her to come out. And if you look closely right here, he's probably very confused. So I think the emotion that he's feeling is confused, concerned, because he's not sure where she is. Usually she comes out every morning and greets him, and then they play together. But this morning was different. So the emotion that the character is feeling here for Gus is that he is feeling concerned, maybe a little worried, confused because he doesn't know where Ida is. So before on the last page, she was feeling happy. Gus and her were happy, and now his feeling and emotion has changed. So like we said earlier, characters' emotions do change. All right, I'm going to go to the next one here. And this is where in the story, it doesn't say anywhere that he feels sad or upset. It never says that. But we can tell just by the picture that he is feeling upset and sad because the zookeeper, Sonia, just told him that Ida is sick and not going to make it and she will die soon. And that makes him very sad. And then when him and Ida are talking about that, and he learns that she's sick and dying, he gets so upset. And we can see that here in the illustration. And the author writes, together they stomped and they snarled. They growled until it turned into howls. So when you stomp and you snarl, maybe you're not snarling, but if you stomp, it means you're upset about something. Something's really hurting you and upsetting you on the inside. And that is the emotion that we're seeing. Because it doesn't say they're upset, but we can tell by the writing and the details and the picture that is how they are feeling. That's the emotion that's being shown. All right, just have a couple more here. So in this picture, it doesn't say that Ida died, and it doesn't say that Gus is sad, but I'm going to go ahead and read what the author did write. One sunny day, while Gus smoothed her fur, Ida curled into quiet. Her eyes fluttered shut, and they didn't open anymore. Gus pressed one last pat into Ida's paw. So we don't know what happened we don't know that she died because the author said that, but we took all of those clues from what she did write And what we know from the rest of the story, that Ida passed away here and that she died. And it doesn't say that Gus is sad, but we know based on what we read here and those details the author included, and then what the image is showing, that he is very sad about it. His emotion is sad. So the emotions in the story have changed quite a bit. And here on the last page, he's remembering Ida, and he remembers that she will always be in his heart, and that makes him happy. And it also brings peace to him. So he is feeling a little bit more happy and at peace, knowing that she will always be in his heart. So that is an example from how the characters' emotions changed here in the story and some of the emotions that they were feeling. If you look here at the picture, it's if we look at the little girl here, she's jumping up, her mouth is wide open. How do you think this character is feeling? Happy and excited. She's excited. Maybe she's getting ready to eat some dessert or go over to a friend's house, and she is feeling excited about it. Let's go ahead and look at the next picture of the girl next to her. She has her hands up here like this. So I want everybody to do that at home. Her mouth is kind of in a circle shape. If we're feeling like that, maybe we're not feeling good. She's feeling herself like, oh, I don't know, maybe my head hurts or I don't feel good. Maybe she's worried or upset, and she's worrying and she's thinking about that. So she may be feeling worried. And then if we look down here at this picture of the little boy with the orange curly hair, his cheeks are very red, aren't they? We notice that, and he's kind of trying to hide himself, but we notice that he does have a little bit of a smile. So maybe he's just being shy or bashful, or maybe that feeling that you feel when someone is giving you a compliment and you get kind of happy and shy about it. So I'm going to say that he would just be feeling shy and bashful. Those are those emotions that he is feeling. And then when we look at the girl below here in the bottom, her eyebrows are curved in. Her mouth is open and it's covered. So maybe she saw something that scared her. That emotion, I feel scared, or she's anxious. So those emotions that the little girl in the picture is feeling could be scared or anxious. And then below we have a little boy here, and he has such a nice smile on, and his hands are just by his side. And I think the emotion that he's feeling is just he's happy. He's not super excited and jumping up in the air, and he's not sad, but he's just happy and content. So the emotion that he is feeling is happy. So I'm going to have you guys go to Seesaw in a little bit, and you're going to have an activity where I put some pictures together of some characters, and you're going to write down how you think they're feeling in the picture on the slide. And then on the very last slide, you are going to take a picture of yourself. Maybe you want to take a picture of yourself looking angry or happy and smiling or scared or worried or bashful. So you get to share with me an emotion that you are feeling. And then you're going to also not only take the picture, but you're going to write down the word of the emotion that you do feel. So then after that, your activity will be done. And I can't wait to see your work, and I can't wait to see what emotion you choose to pick for your picture.